Well, it looks like the RTX 50 Super Series might be uncanceled by NVIDIA, and they might be even expanding it. Welcome back to PC Builder. I'm Jason. We're going to go through the news that NVIDIA may be uncanceling the RTX 50 Super Series. We might actually get it sooner than you think, and it may even include an RTX 5060 12GB or 5060 Super. We'll talk about the impact on the GPU market and prices if this happens, as well as should you buy now or should you wait if you've been thinking about buying a GPU for Amazon Prime Day. If you get value out of this video, please give it a like. Of course, subscribe for more cool PC content. Let's jump into it. This video is sponsored by VIP SCD Key. Say goodbye to crazy expensive Windows licenses and that terrible Activate Windows watermark. Right now, use the links in the video description, head over to VIP SCD Key and get a Windows 11 OEM license for a great price. Pick your product license, then use the PC Builder discount code PC25 for an additional 30% off. Go to the activation settings on your PC, put in the code, and boom! Windows is fully licensed for a crazy low price. And they have Microsoft Office licenses too. Use the links in the video description. All right, let's start with the leak itself. From Mega Size GPU has a pretty good track record, especially when it comes to NVIDIA GPUs. Now, if you remember, the 50 Super Series were kind of put on hold. We'll go over the history in just a moment, and it seemed like NVIDIA was going to make a decision in the third quarter. We're almost in the third quarter right now. Mega Size GPU says RTX 50 Super is back on track. This time it includes an RTX 5060 12GB. Maybe that'll have a new name as the 5060 Super. That's kind of exciting news. I kind of think I know why they might be doing that. RIP 5060 Ti, basically. But let's go through some of the other responses because he adds more details in. He gets asked, is 5070 Super 18 gig, 5080 Super 24 gig still on the way then, or did the plans change for those? Megasize says it's the same specs as we previously linked. Let's go over those specs really quickly. Let's also talk about the specs for a 5060 12GB or 5060 Super, basically. So the 5080 Super is the same spec as the 5080, basically the same number of CUDA cores. However, the power goes up to 415 watts, and the amount of VRAM, basically, because they're going to use 3GB modules instead of 2GB modules, goes up by 50%. So instead of 16 gigs of GDDR7, you're going to get 24 gigs with the new Samsung 3GB chips. It's hard to say whether or not that 415 watts represents a little bit of an overclock that they want to do with the 5080 Super. We went to the 5070 Ti Super. I noticed there's no mention of the 5070 Ti Super. The 5070 Ti has basically been almost unobtainium lately. It's been about $1,000, nowhere close to its MSRP. That was actually supposed to, again, have the same number of CUDA cores, but a 50-watt higher TDP along with 8GB of additional VRAM. So 24 gigs total. It seemed like they were going to go ahead and tune that up so it comfortably beat the 9070 XT, basically add an overclock to it. Meanwhile, the 5070 Super was the most interesting out of all of these because not only did it go from 12 gigs of VRAM up to 18, because again, 50% more VRAM because of the 3GB chips instead of 2GB chips, but it also got about a 5% bump in the CUDA cores from 6144 to 6400. I guess that's maybe about 4% there. Although the TDP doesn't go up very much, it only went up 25 watts. So that is interesting in and of itself. But now, of course, we've got the RTX 5060 12GB, which slot in just around the 5060, especially if it basically uses the same die or similar stepping of that die. You can see the 5060 Ti uses a slightly better die, but it is a 16GB card for the 16 gig version. Is this possibly a 5060 Ti 16 gig competitor that brings the price back to something sane again? Megasize also added some additional details as people were asking him questions. They said, I love you, any time frame for the release. When are these things coming, right? Megasize says it's back on track. They don't have a specific time window for the release. They believe it will be in 2026. If it is in 2026, feels somewhat likely that it's going to be the fall. We'll talk more about when I think that's going to come out. But we also got some additional details. It was asked, in limited batches, or is it simply going to replace the vanilla 5060 altogether? This is questions about the 5060 12GB or 5060 Super. Megasize says, I can't tell right now. Personally think the 5060 12GB will be a premium product for enthusiasts who care about VRAM. It's not aimed to replace the 5060 8GB. I have some additional thoughts on that. I actually think it's a 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte replacement that basically NVIDIA can slot in there. You still basically compete with the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte. It's a little bit slower, but you can have the people scream DLSS, 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 and basically be able to charge about the same price as they're selling the RX 9060 XT 16 gigabyte. We'll go over in just a moment where I think these are going to slot into the overall GPU market. Megasize was asked, is the DRAM VRAM crisis really being resolved? Because that essentially kind of begs the question, well, if NVIDIA is doing this right now, and before it didn't make sense because the cost of the VRAM was going through to the moon, basically, does this mean that VRAM and RAM prices in particular are coming down? I have a lot to say about the AI bubble. It looks like it's actually bursting in real time as I'm filming this. We'll talk a little bit more about where I think RAM prices are going to go in just a moment, especially VRAM prices. But Megasize says, I don't think so. This is not going to be an issue for NVIDIA. It can always get what it wants. Add-in board partners will get GPU and VRAM bundles from NVIDIA. Now that's really important because we had a rumor a little while ago that said that the add-in board partners were actually not going to be able to get their own VRAM packages from NVIDIA. They were going to have to go out on their own and get them. They don't have the negotiating power that NVIDIA does, and a lot of them that would basically remove a lot of those players out there. Would anybody be able to make an NVIDIA GPU? Megasize says that was fake news. The add-in board partners would never have a chance to secure a memory deal on their own. That was kind of where I was at as well, so it is interesting to see that possibly confirmed. But let's talk about the RTX 5060 Super or 5060 12 gigabyte. Why I think that actually portends possibly the end of the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, because right now, if you look at NVIDIA's lineup, yes, the 5060 Ti 8 gigabyte card, $370, that's the cheapest one that's available right now. Most of them are even more expensive, but you actually cannot find a lot of those models. Meanwhile, the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, the cheapest one available, $529. Now that one's on sale right now at Amazon. Typically, they've been closer to $560, except for a couple flash sales where, yeah, we have seen a 4 in front of that, like $499 or $489. But that's the problem right now, because if you look, this is the cheapest card that they have with more than 8 gigabytes of VRAM in the 50 series. It's $500 and something. That is totally insane. I think NVIDIA kind of realizes that. So what are they looking to do? Well, let's scroll down here and let's take a look at the 5070. It's $600 right now over at Walmart, although again, that's a super sale price on right now. It's kind of a flash sale. Typically it's more like $629 to $649. Look at the 5060, $339, $340 for the cheapest right now. I think if they add 4 more gigs of VRAM, could they sell that thing for about $420 and compete with the RX 9060 XT 16 gigabyte? I think the answer is probably yes. Now, the flip side, on the AMD side, again, 9060 XT 8 gigabyte card, $349, very similar to 5060 pricing, and $439 for the cheapest RX 9060 XT 16 gigabyte. Remember, this is a $349 MSRP card, and this is the card that had seen the biggest price increases of the 9070, the 9070 XT, and the 9060 XT, all with 16 gigabytes. Why do we see that giant price increase? In fact, right now, let's just jump down, and I want to show you this. The 9070 16 gigabyte has only effectively had a price increase of $50, and the 9070 XT also only about $50 price increase. I don't understand why the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte has really taken on the chin. They have the same amount of VRAM to them. And in fact, if I look right now, I can pick this one up at Walmart for $649. This is the Gigabyte Gaming OC one, or maybe, it's the Gaming OC. And then they even have the premium Ice one here for $649. And then, of course, if we take a look at the pricing for the 5070 Ti and 5070, where does the 5070 Super fit into this? An 18 gigabyte 5070 Super with 5% more performance, maybe even a slight additional overclock to it. Would it catch the 9070 or maybe slot in between the 9070 and the 9070 XT on the AMD side? You can see right now there's a pretty wide price gulf in there. Now you're talking about 6 additional gigabytes of VRAM. However, you're also talking about the same number of RAM chips to it, or VRAM chips, I should say. So it's hard to say what the material cost is that. In terms of, is it going to cost the same as the 5070 Ti die, the larger 5070 Ti die with 16 gigs? Is that extra 2 gigs of VRAM on the 5070 using a smaller more cut down die than the 5070 Ti. Is that going to balance things out? Maybe that slots in at about $750 where we had the 5070 Ti. Just wanted to check in on the RX 9070 GRE, which actually did effectively launch on June 1st. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we'll see some significant discounts for Prime Day. But checking in here on TechSpot's new numbers, actually quite encouraging over the numbers that I had gotten from the German outlet that had reviewed it, a Chinese version of the 9070 GRE that they had gotten from China. This version here actually slightly better than that in terms of performance versus the 5070. Only came in about 5% behind the 5070, not 15%. So that's really, really good. And this is a 15 game average at very high details at 1440p. Similar margins at 4K. Now that, of course, positions it basically just below, I should say, the RX 9070. You can see significant difference there between the 9070 and the 5070. In fact, quite a bigger difference than we've seen in the past between the 9070 and the 5070. I can definitely see why the 5070 Super that's tuned up, maybe about another 5 or 10% performance might be in NVIDIA's best interest. And if we check in on the price of the 9070, first of all, I want to note, none of these are sold out. The one that says out of stock here has never, that I've known, actually come into stock. And a lot of these were $599 before. Now they're $569. And then you can see all the MSRP models are here. So obviously not a big rush to the door to grab these things as soon as they launch. So hopefully that portends some price cuts. In addition to what's going on in the GPU market, where I think NVIDIA does want to slot in a cheaper, more than 8GB GPU in there to compete with AMD in the more kind of mainstream space around that $400 price point, this is also happening. Remember, AI, the reason GPU prices have gone up, the reason RAM prices have gone up, this is all about the AI boom right now. I'm gonna use that in quotes because it's really a bubble, and frankly, it's more like a pyramid scheme where AI companies like Anthropic, like OpenAI, Microsoft, and other hyperscalers out there have just grabbed all the RAM and SSDs out there to use in their AI data centers. Well, the funny thing is, AI bubble seems to be absolutely collapsing in real time as companies learn that the true cost of what they're burning right now is significantly higher than they had been paying. And companies like OpenAI and Anthropic have recently switched everybody over to token-based billing. That means rather than a flat fee, they're actually paying for the compute they're using. And they're finding out that they were basically kind of cut in on this super cheap deal with these flat fees. But now that their fees are uncapped, one company burned through $500 million in a month. Uber just burned through its entire 2026 AI allocation in 4 months. People are like, oh my gosh, this stuff's super expensive and we're not seeing any return on our investment. ROI, that's the most important metric in business. I'm investing money. Am I getting anything back? So it could be that NVIDIA is seeing some of the handwriting on the wall here and realizing they need to shore up their consumer divisions right now because their AI division might be taking it a smack to the face. Of course, this is all happening in the shadow of Amazon Prime Day just being announced June 23rd through the 26th. It's gonna be a 4-day event this year. Those are the final dates of it. So we're gonna get on the 22nd, we'll get like Newegg's Fantastic Sale. We'll get everyone else's sale, Best Buy, Walmart, they'll all have a sale and it'll go through the end of the week. And Amazon's gonna do 4 days this time. They're gonna be Tuesday all the way through the Friday. Always wondered why they didn't do that because they usually have Prime Day and then they have Prime Day extended afterwards. It never made any sense to me. So I'm glad they're going to this format, just admitting it's going to be a 4-day event. So should you be buying a GPU right now or should you be waiting? So really it's going to come down to what do you think is going to happen to GPU prices, not just for Prime Day, but obviously over the long haul as well. I think for Prime Day, we're going to see some pretty significant discounts over current pricing on Radeon GPUs. So the RX 9070 XT, as you can see, it's already down to $649. It had been $699. I think we're going to see it possibly hit that MSRP mark, maybe get $20 or $30 cheaper. Quite honestly, for $649, I'd probably just go ahead and buy that Gigabyte one. It's a nice model. We've also got obviously the relatively new 9070 GRE, still at a silly price of $549, but I think we'll see discounts on that $549, maybe $499. On that thing, we'll have to wait and see how desperate they get to start selling that. And then, of course, we got the RX 9070 16GB, the non-XT version, right now sitting at $599. I think that gets also close to its MSRP again. So I think we're going to see some pretty significant discounts on a Radeon GPU. The question is, do you want to wait for these NVIDIA GPUs with more VRAM? Like I could see a 5070 12GB, but I guess you'd be really waiting possibly until the fall. I'm just not sure that's the best idea. Although, if we do get a break in the AI data center bubble and everything starts to crater, and Micron and others start shifting their production from basically HBM memory for servers all the way back to DDR5 for regular consumers again, then yeah, maybe we will have a much better time in the fall. Maybe it'll be a better time to build. I just think there's a lot of uncertainty, and my question always is, how much money are you actually going to save? If you're somebody who's like, I have to have an NVIDIA GPU, yeah, I think maybe what might make some sense to try and wait it out. At the same time, prices could go higher. Remember, prices could go higher. The AI bubble may not falter as quickly as we're hoping. It might end up in 2027. And then by the fall, all the stuff will be sold out. And the Super Series, you know they're going to launch with somewhat silly pricing, although maybe not the 50, 60, 12 gigabyte. But I think it'll be somewhat silly pricing. They'll sell out instantaneously. You'll have to wait a couple months to get them. You'll go through that whole launch event again, basically. And so you're probably looking at 2027 at the earliest to get something like that. So my recommendation would probably be, don't wait. Waiting has been a fool's errand, especially for the 50 series, unless you're like, I have to have a 50, 80, 24 gigabyte GPU for some, professional application that I'm using, then I'd say, yeah, maybe consider waiting. If you're a gamer, I just don't see the value, but it's your money. Well, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about a potential RTX 50 Super Series, a 5060 Super or 5060 12 gigabyte, 5070 Super, maybe not a 5070 Ti Super, but possibly a 5080 Super. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think is going to be the impact on GPU prices on this? Are you looking to get a GPU around Prime Day? If so, what budget level are you looking for? And what cards are you considering? If you got value out of this video, please give it a like, and of course, subscribe for more cool PC content. Like, speaking of Prime Day, did you check out our best 1440p gaming monitor video right here? We just dropped best 1440p gaming monitors in 2026. Now, RAM might be expensive, but guess what? Gaming monitors are not. Check it out, and we'll catch you on the next one.